Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Ascot Racecourse here on Saturday. It is the 23rd of July, 2022. Gonna look at the stakes races on the program from Ascot, including the King George. But before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for racecourses around the world, and I mean around the world. Hopefully the weather cooled down in the UK, because here in New York it hasn't cooled down. It's 100 degrees out right now, Fahrenheit. It's just horrible. But we'll be looking at the group races 1, 2, and 4, the 150, the 225, and the featured 335. Let's get to it right now. The first race to 150, it is the Group 3 Princess Margaret Stakes. It's a Group 3 event for Class 1 horses going for a purse of $81,000. Race for 2-year-old fillies here. We have 9 horses going 1,200 meters or 6 furlongs on the turf course. I'm going to take the 5-horse Lezzo as a top selection. I'm going to go 5-9-1 in the Tri-Cash Trifecta. 5-9-1 Tri-Cash Trifecta. Top selection of 5-horse, Lezzo. 2-year-old filly by Zoostar here. Frankie Dettori is on this one for Ralph Beckett. The horse's most recent outing came in the Group 2 Duchess of Cambridge Stakes at Newmarket, 6 furlongs on the 8th of July, and the horse finished second by a half length that day. He just kind of stalked all the way around the race course. The winner, Mauji, just had a jump on this horse late, but this horse, she ran her heart out there. Coming to Ascot, drawn on the stand side, which I quite like, has some forwardly pace. I think the horse could go a long way here today. 2 back in Newmarket on the 25th of June, 6 furlongs in the Empress Stakes. She won by 1 3/4 lengths that day and had an easy trip from a starting position. When she got the turn of foot, Frankie said go, and she just kept going. An all-around easy victory. Probably could have won by more, but Frankie didn't want to kill the horse. And then before that, a bath on the 11th of June. 5 furlongs in a Class 4 Fillies novice race on lightning fast ground. The horse won by a length that day, and she sat back early. She slowly moved her way up, a little bit wide, but she got the job done, winning, going away late. I like her a lot. Like the stand side post draw. I'm going to give her a shot here. The 9-horse Royal Charter, I think, is your second likeliest winner. This horse really closed up to a very good victory at Newmarket on the 24th of June in a 6-furlong Class 4 of Maine's Fillies race, winning by a head, coming from nowhere. For this horse to close up on the July course, I thought it was quite impressive. Coming here today, would like to see the horse a little bit more forwardly placed than the horse was last time out. I'm going to give her a shot at 8-1. To recap my selection for the 150, the first race from Ascot's to Group 3 Princess Margaret Stakes. Let's take the 5-horse Lezzo. Give kudos to the 9-horse Royal Charter. Going to go with the 5-horse Lezzo. Give kudos to the 9-horse Royal Charter. 5-9-1 Tri-Cash Trifecta. 5-9 in your place pot. To the second race, the 225. It is the Group 3 Valiant Stakes. Can't speak today. I'm a little tongue-tied. It's the Group 3 Valiant Stakes. It's a Group 3 event for Class 1 horses going for a purse of $108,000. Race for 3-year-olds and upwards. Fillies and mares only. 9 horses are going 1,600 meters or a mile over the round mile. My top selection here, I'm going to go with the number 9 horse, Zembeek. I'm going to go 9-7-5 in the Tri-Cash Trifecta. 9-7-5 Tri-Cash Trifecta. Top selection 9 horse Zembeek. 3-year-old filly by Oasis Dream. Jim Crowley's on this one for Roger Varian. The horse's most recent outing came 17th of June here at Royal Ascot. Sangraham Stakes and Sangraham Handicap, Class 2 Fillies Handicap over the mile. The horse finished second by a length that day, and she sat back early. She slowly moved her way through horses. She just missed late with a high weight, but she ran her heart out there. Coming here with a little bit of lower weight, with a better poster on a small field, forwardly paced on the round mile. I think the horse could really run a good race and improve off that last run. 2 back, the horse ran the Fillies novice race at Haydock, 7 furlongs, 26th of May. And the horse won by 1 1/4 lengths that day, and she didn't break all that well. And then after that, she basically, stalked. She got the lead, and she got the job done. Would have liked to see her break a little bit better, but it was still a good second off the bench there. And then prior to that, at Goodwood in the Conqueror Stakes, over the mile trip, she finished third by 2 1/4 lengths that day. She stalked, but never got the good turn of foot. She was a little bit flat, definitely off the bench there. She needed the race. And then prior to that, she ran at Kempton in her debut last November, 7 furlongs in a Class 5 Fillies novice race, winning by a half length. She did not break well from that stupidly wide posture, but she settled well after that. She slowly moved her way up, and she got there with some slight time to the finish. An all-around good race for her after all said and done. She's definitely improved with every single race. She's drawn well, has some fairly pace. She's going to have to break well here today, but I think at 2-1 she's loaded. I think also a bit of an upsetter could be the 7-horse Oscula. Willem Buick's on this one. Most recently, they ran the horse at Chester and listed stakes last week over the 7. 7, where the horse finished third by 2 1/4 lengths and was stupidly wide. You need to have speed from the inside. This horse didn't show a lot of speed and was definitely wide throughout. Coming here today with a better post draw, hopefully a little bit more forwardly paced. A 9-2 wouldn't surprise me if this filly gets the job done. But to recount my selection for the 225, the second race from Ascot's, the Group 3 Valiant Stakes, let's take the 9-horse Zanbake. Give kudos to the 7-horse Oscula, 975, Tri-Cash Trifecta, 9-7 in your place pot. So we're going to head over to race number 4 now, the featured 335 from Ascot. It is the Group 1 King George, the 6th and Queen Elizabeth Stakes. It's a Group 1 event for Class 1 horses, going for a purse of just over $1.6 million. Race for 3-year-olds and upwards. 6 horses are going 2,400 meters or a mile and a half on the turf course. I absolutely love the 1-horse Broom in the spot. I'm going to go 163 in the Tri-Cash Trifecta. 163 Tri-Cash Trifecta, top selection 1-horse Broom, 6-year-old colt by Australia here. Aidan O'Brien trains one. Ryan Moore gets the nut. You don't see these two at 20-1 very often, but I think this horse is loaded. Most recently, the horse ran locally on the 18th of June, a mile and a half in the Group 2 Hardwick Stakes, where the horse won by 3.5 lengths. It was a little bit of a step down class from the previous races, which I think this horse needed. He was a little bit wide throughout, but he slowly moved his way up. He quickened up nicely, and he got the job done. It was a good confidence builder. Stepping back to a Group 1, not the world's toughest Group 1. I think he could stay the trip well. He likes running here at Ascot, and I think he's sitting on a very good run. 2 back, he ran over the mile 5/16 in the Group 1 Tattersall's Gold Cup at the Curragh, 22nd of May. He finished 5th by 6.5 lengths that day. He didn't break that well, was way out of it. He moved a little bit late, but definitely need the race off the bench. And then prior to that, he ran Tokyo Racecourse in Japan, a mile and a half in the Japan Cup. He finished 11th by 8.5 lengths and missed all chances at the beginning that day. He missed the break. He never got into it. It just wasn't a day to win. And then prior to that, in the Breeders' Cup Turf at Del Mar, a mile and a half, he finished 2nd by a half a length that day. And he sat back early, had the lead. Your beer closed up from nowhere, but this horse ran his heart out there. And then the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe at Longchamp, he finished 11th by 9.75 lengths that day. And again, he never got into it. If you look at his form last year, he was always running these sneaky good races. He ran this one last year though, where he found a little bit of a soft ground, which I don't think he likes. He likes the quick ground that you're going to see today, and I think he's loaded here today. He always runs these sneaky good races locally. 20-1, he's going to be one of my horses I'm going to go deep on today. If there could be a slight upset, I think it's a 6-horse Emily Upjohn. I like how she gets a little bit of a weight break. She could definitely get the mile and a half trip. Frankie Dettori is on this one for John Gosden. It'd be kind of cool for those two after the last few weeks they've had to finally win a Group 1 again. Most recently, they ran the horse in the Oaks at Epsom over the mile and a half, where the horse finished 2nd by a nose. And the horse just really, she just missed that day. She didn't break that well, and she just never really recovered after that. If she would have broke a little bit better, she probably would have got the job done. But Tuesday was gamer than this horse. Before then, the Musadora over the mile quarter at York, she won by 5.5 lengths, and basically she just won for fun, never really broke sweat. You could say the same for the race before at Sandown over the mile and a quarter in a novice race, won by 9.5 lengths, again a little bit wide, but she still won for fun. I like her back to the mile and a half today. I think Frankie will get her a little bit more involved than she was in the at Epsom last time out. 2-1, we'll definitely use this horse in the place pot, but I do prefer Broom over her, especially at 20-1. But to recount my selection for the 335, the 4th race from Ascot, it's the Group 1 King George. Let's take the 1-horse Broom. Give kudos to the 6-horse Emily Upjohn, 163 Tri-Cash Trifecta, 1-6 in your plays pot. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.